So, last time we were all, yeah, Suzanne's revenge. And in a way, we're kind of continuing a theme of revenge. Only this time it's teeny tiny delicious revenge snacks. We are so proud of, y'all. Just yummy and vicious. Like, I may be going to hell, but I am laughing the whole way. Welcome to Pitney and Amelia's Bitchen Boutique.
We may be awful, but
we're right.
Okay, so you know how I get obsessed with weird women in advertising.
Of course.
Like, remember my obsession with the Theresa Mink billboards in Austin?
Oh my god, you guys have no idea how Theresa Mink, when we found out that she was married to this guy wasn't he a chiropractor?
Something.
And he was also kind of this ubiquitous, you could not go anywhere without seeing him.
Yeah.
In local commercials and billboards and like bus benches and shit.
Theresa Mink's leather furniture, remember?
Oh god.
And those billboards were all over, and for whatever reason I became obsessed, and I had this whole fantasy scenario.
I mean, her name was Theresa Mink. It was like, what?
And I remember, I kept trying to get people to go into her store, and I wanted to see her and scream. And be like, oh my god, are you Theresa Mink? Oh my god!
Because she clearly was a huge local celebrity. I mean, it's Theresa Mink!
Oh my god. And then I had a friend who worked in a photo lab.
Yeah.
And Theresa Mink apparently used to patronize that photo lab. And apparently Theresa Mink was a bitch, which does not surprise me at all.
Of course she was. Of course she was.
And then remember how I had like this whole fantasy scenario about how Theresa Mink and Murr mated in these secret caves in Niederwald, and that was the birth of furries. And I had this whole scenario.
Oh my god.
So I have a new budding obsession.
Oh god.
And that is what is bitchin' to me right now.
Oh my god. Okay.
Do you know Dot's Pretzels?
Is it a mall thing?
There may be stores in malls, but we have them here in some local shops, and they're really these really, really good pretzels.
Like a soft pretzel kind of thing?
No, they're different. They're crunchy, and they come in different flavors, and they're really.
I mean, I don't leave.
Popular.
You know, I don't leave my house, so I'm not really familiar.
But anyway, Dots is a big thing.
Okay.
And it just cracks me up because on the back of every package is this big picture of her with an autograph, and it just says Dot.
Oh my god.
So of course I'm obsessed with it.
Do you mind if while you tell the story if I Google Dot, her?
Oh yeah. Just Google Dot's Pretzels. So now every time I go by it, I have to turn one of the bags over so I can see the autograph picture with the Dot autograph and giggle.
Oh wait, they're available on like dotspretzels.com. Dotspretzels.com. Oh my god.
And do you see the autograph picture of Dot?
Is that Dot? Is this Dot?
Oh, I can't see it.
Well, Is she like long brown hair or like shoulder length brown hair?
Yeah. She looks like somebody that I would run into at the Kerrville Folk Festival. Yeah.
Holding a bunch of...
And she's probably a delightful woman, but I'm fascinated by Dot.
Oh my god.
And I don't know why...
Dot's story. Oh,
the autograph picture on the back of the pretzel bags excites me so much, but you know how I am, and doesn't that make sense for me?
Well, of course.
Even though it's fucking weird.
Oh my god. Oh my
and
lord.
I mean, this never happened, but in my mind, I can hear Verity Noslin. Pitney, it's Dot! Can't you hear it?
Oh my god, totally! Oh my god.
So anyway,
especially if you were at like a con, like a room party at a con, and there'd be a bowl of pretzels, she'd be just like, Pitney, like elbowing you. Pitney, they're Dots.
Oh, I can totally see that. And she would only have like 5 pretzels because they're more expensive.
Or would she now because she's so cheap, because Rarity Noslin was so cheap, was she the kind of person who would like overdo in the con suite? Like if she was in the con suite at a con, would she like stuff her pockets with pretzels?
Oh yeah,
because it was free.
Oh yes.
So like if she saw a big bowl of Dots pretzels.
Oh yes.
Oh my god, Pitney, they're Dots.
I can hear it. It never happened.
Like rubbing her hands on the thighs of her polyester pants. Pitney, they're Dots.
And I don't know why that tickles me so much, but it does. But you know me well enough that it totally makes sense, even though it doesn't, right?
Oh my god. Oh.
And I'm sure she's a delightful woman, but it's just
Sure she
but
is.
it just amuses me.
She makes wonderful little flavored pretzels, and she shares them. She shares them with us all, and it's just I'm sure she's wonderful.
Yeah.
She looks very nice.
We should call her up and scream. Oh my god, is this Dot?
Oh my god.
What would she do?
I wonder if Teresa Mink has a Facebook page.
Oh, Teresa Mink. But anyway. Well, no, God, that story long.
That's true.
I remember reading. No, I remember like a long time.
I remember they got like divorced, didn't they?
Yeah, and there was some court records or something online, and I think she went bankrupt or something.
Oh, scandalous!
And it was very exciting. I mean, obviously not to her, but the gossip.
Well, but who cares? It's about us and what we think. It doesn't matter. She doesn't matter. What's important is our reaction to her. She's not important at all.
Even though it was completely devoid of rationality, which is why I loved it so much. But anyway, so that's my bitchin'.
I mean, the thing about Teresa Mink is that if we were to set foot in her stupid ass leather furniture showroom, it would have been the most hideous furniture imaginable. And
very expensive.
And all fucking brass light fixtures. And just
I bet
brass and glass and just I bet
it all looked like extra things from the set of Rawhide. You know,
I don't know. I bet it was very, because it was the fucking 90s. It was the 90s. It was gonna be very, you know what? It was gonna look like my sister. It was going to look like the Duchess's living room is what it was going to look like.
Oh, no.
With like the raw stone, like block of stone with like a big sheet of glass going across it and calling it a coffee table.
Oh no, really? She has that? Oh,
and the leather couches and the, oh god.
Oh no.
Because
I hate leather furniture. I like the way it looks sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's not comfortable to me.
Especially when you live somewhere where it can get to be 120 degrees.
Yeah, it's either sweaty or it's cold. And I just don't like it.
It's like if you have to put a barrier between yourself and your furniture, then you chose the wrong furniture.
Yeah, and it's not snuggly enough for puppies.
Oh, yeah, if you can't let your puppies walk on it because... oh, no, don't let the dogs on the furniture. They might scratch the leather. Well, then you bought the wrong couch.
Yeah, and dogs, it's not snuggly for them. A dog needs to have snuggly fabric on a couch.
Exactly. Everything should be about what the dog needs because it's puppies. So, you mentioned pretzels, and it just reminded me of a story related to a Cheeto. Now, see, okay. I used to work my old department at work. A long time ago, there was this bitch who worked there, and I mean, I could tell a million stories about how awful this bitch was. But she was so bad that I had to like go into a department manager's office one time and be like, let me explain to you how I am someone who can work with anyone, but you need to keep her away from me.
Yeah, but not this bitch.
Yeah, like she has no reason to walk all the way from one end of the building to the other just to have a conversation with me that is completely unnecessary so that she can say things about my employees that sit right near my desk so she can say rude shit about my people.
She's one of those.
She needs to stay at her damn desk and stay the hell away from my area.
Yeah.
I can work with anybody on anything. I can do whatever you need me to do, but that bitch needs to stay the hell away from me. That kind of thing. Like that's
fabulous.
Like that's how bad she was.
That's my favorite type of thing. Anyway, go on.
And like my manager was like, I don't understand, and I'm just like, look, just keep her the hell away from me. She has no fucking business being over here. I mean, she walked over to my desk to say, "What's wrong with your people? Are they on crack?" It's like,
oh my god!
It's like, go the fuck away. Are you on crack? Get the fuck away from me.
Oh my god!
I mean, like the person whose work who messed something up. One of my people messed something up. Now, granted, that person didn't know she was talking about her.
Yeah.
But that particular employee, very sensitive, very easily upset. I had to be very careful with because she would get like really, like she was very tender-hearted and would like sometimes would have to like leave a room if someone was talking too loud. Like she was just very sensitive.
Yeah.
And like this cunt did not need to come over here and just make a big scene.
And people make mistakes, and then
exactly, it was just
big of a deal.
It was
you
just
get
a
over
mistake.
It, you fix it. It's fine.
It was just a mistake, and she doesn't get to act like a cunt because she's a quality review team lead and I'm a production team lead. Whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, one day, and she had gotten to a point where, I mean, that was just one example of how terrible she was. Well, she just has this way of always being loud, has to be the center of attention, has to be so fucking extra in everything she goddamn does. And
I hate her already, and I don't even know anything about her.
Oh my god! So there was just like this. There was like 4 of us who all worked in different areas. We did not sit together, but we all hated her so much that we would just like send little emails to each other, and we had started like writing haikus and limericks about how much we hated her, just to entertain ourselves, and it was just a way to get ourselves through the day. Well,
yeah.
And I swear to God, this does eventually involve a Cheeto. So one day, she's moving, because we would occasionally take temporary promotions to be team leads and then go back to our permanent positions in our own team.
Yeah.
So she was moving back into her permanent desk, and I guess there was a cheese ball.
Uh-huh.
Whether it was a Cheetos cheese ball or a Planters cheese ball or whatever.
Yeah.
But something, I guess at some point, had fallen out of a bag or whatever and somehow got left behind, and had maybe rolled behind the CPU on the computer or whatever. And it just was sitting on the desk and had been left there. So she's moving back into that desk, and so loud that it could be heard from several rows over. And so several of us heard it, those of us who hate her, heard her standing there going, "There's a cheese poof on my desk. Who wants a cheese poof on my desk? Oh my God, do they think I'm hungry? Do they think I want to eat a cheese poof? Oh my God, who would leave a cheese poof on my desk?" And we're all like,
"Oh my God."
We're all like, "Helen, just let it go, bitch. No one cares.
God.
No one cares. This is not important." And it's just so we start writing.
Now, was she outraged, or did she think she was being cute?
Oh, she always thinks she's being cute. She thinks she's so charming and adorable.
Oh my God.
So of course we immediately start writing haikus like "cheese poof on my desk." We just start writing haiku and whatever.
Of course, yes.
And it just starts going back and forth, and then one day, a couple weeks later, she starts being an out and out complete cunt to her team lead, and she's trying to get out of doing her regular job. She just thinks she's far too important and far too valuable to do her actual job. So she's trying to figure out a way to elbow in on the actual team lead of her team, who is someone else.
I have somebody on my team like that, and he drives me nuts. But
I
totally get it. I know he drives. Yeah,
it's a lot of us go off and be team leads elsewhere, but when we come back to our own team, we're not the lead of this team. Yeah. So we sit down and we do the job. You're not a lead today, so sit your ass. And she was, we had heard through other people that she had gone into her manager's office and was like, "Yeah, I just wanted to talk about what my role is on the team." And they're like, without talking about what the job is. "Well, you go over there and you pick up work and you take it back to your desk and you work it.
Well, just like you've always
done.
Done.
Everyone else on the team does. What?
Yeah.
It's the same job you've always had here. What? Why do you think something's different today? What?"
Because she thinks she's special.
Because for some reason, and this was after she became the quality review team lead. She thinks that makes her extra special because she got that job for a couple of months, and now suddenly that makes her think she's totally different. And it's no, you're the same cunt you've always been. Go sit down, grab some work, sit at your desk, and
do it.
Yeah, but she's she starts complaining that she has something wrong with her hands, and she needs to be on light duty or whatever, and so
she's on one of those.
She's making up bullshit. Yeah. And she keeps acting like she needs to be helping her team lead, who doesn't really need help and who actually has her own system and who does everything fine and does a great job, and she's in there fucking things up.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going making things so unbearable for the actual team lead, who was I loved her team lead. Marty was amazing. And it was one day, and so a bunch of us actually got together and brought we all took up a collection and bought flowers for the actual team lead. Because
because this was being such a bitch.
Yes, because it was so bad.
That's fabulous.
But on top of doing that, but because it was like we just wanted to do something to that snotty little cunt.
Yeah.
And we were like, what can we do that would, like, we wanted to find a way, like, it wouldn't necessarily harm her.
Yeah. Well, of course you don't want to do
because
that.
we couldn't do that.
Yeah.
But what's something we could do? Well, how could we fuck with her?
Yeah.
That would be a thing that even if they were on to us, it couldn't be something that was something that we could get in trouble for because it's not really a thing.
Yeah.
And so one of the women in our little group of ne'er-do-wells got the idea of, remember the day with the fucking cheese poof? What if she found another one on her desk? What if, like, maybe once a week or so, she comes into work and there's a fucking cheese poof on her desk for no reason?
Oh, how fabulous.
What if, in a different place on her desk, on a random day, not even the same day every week, just for no goddamn reason, there's a Cheeto. Someday it's puffed, someday it's crunchy, someday it's spicy, whatever. Some form of Cheeto is on her desk, and she has no idea why, or who, or what.
Oh, how fabulous.
And so we told, like, one person who sat near her, who we trusted, and it was like, just let us know if she says anything. Yeah, and they were like, on those mornings, she would come in and she would see it, and she would just look around, like, we were, like, slowly, gradually, mentally torturing her by just setting a Cheeto on her desk. And no one used those desks at night, so sometimes someone who would stay late would, like keep some Cheetos in a baggie in their desk and wait till everybody left, and then they would just go over there at like 6 o'clock at night, or we would have like a night shift person who was like on our little team,
and they would just kind of throw one.
They would just walk by there like, oh, I'm going to the bathroom, I'll be right back, and they would just casually walk down that row and just toss one.
Oh, how fabulous!
It was one of the greatest things I've ever been a part of, and. Fuck her. No one ever, none of us ever had to confess to it. No one ever knew. I don't think she ever said anything to anybody because it's a dumb thing to complain about. Yeah. No one's hurting her. And it's one of the proudest things that I've ever done. And it's like a little tiny bit of revenge for her just being a goddamn cunt.
Oh, I think it's fabulous.
Because we didn't really harm her, but it's like, bitch, we're watching you. Yeah. We hate you, because if we liked you, we wouldn't be doing this. We're fucking with you because we hate you.
I love the smell of movies in the morning.
There's no feeling in podcasts. There's no feeling in podcasts.
This podcast will be quite operational when your friends subscribe.
Feels. Real feels.
Not the feels. Not the feels.
Out of all the podcasts I've encountered, Real Feels was the most human.
Hey, it's Drew.
And Nathan.
And Jack.
Hey guys, and we're the Real Feels Podcast. We come to you every other Wednesday with a brand new movie of a different genre every single time. So make sure to catch us on iTunes, Podbean, and any other podcatcher out there. You're the realest.
And the feelest.
Come to yeah.
And that reminds me of actually two catty, stupid things that I've done kind of similar.
Ah, fabulous.
One of them dealing with Trisha von Liechtenstein.
Oh my.
Well, one year, Trisha met me and a bunch of friends at the Renaissance Festival.
Ooh.
And even though we were all there and set up, and Trisha came late and set up camp, and the offending person involved has children, they have an RV and they had their generator going. Because they needed the heat going because it was literally freezing.
Is this Texas Renaissance Festival?
Yeah, TRF.
So this would have been like October or November, and that's why it's fucking cold. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And Trisha, oh my God, I can't believe he has that generator on. That's so rude. We're trying to sleep here, and this goddamn, I can't believe this generator is going on. And then she actually started getting on my friend about it.
Oh.
And he was like, I don't know who the fuck you are. Get the fuck out of here. This is my camp, and these are my friends, and this is my generator and my kids. Get the fuck out of here. I don't know who you are.
Oh my God.
And oh my God, blah, 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 blah. And it was just like, yes, it was loud and it was annoying, but it's
not
totally understandable.
Right.
The need for it, and it's also sort of like it's white noise, really.
Right.
It's
not like he's playing a trumpet. I mean,
so anyway, the year after that for Sherwood, when I was dating JR, me and JR and Trisha went together to camp out at Sherwood. And I told him, I said, I'll bet you anything Trisha's going to mention, she's going to talk about generators.
Oh, God.
She's going to mention generators in the sense, in the talking about the campground. And sure enough, she mentioned generators. Well, there better not be generators out there. I don't know what's going, blah, 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 right?
Oh, my God.
And it became such a thing. What I did is I went online and I went to all these generator companies. And I signed her up for a mailing list to get all these flyers for all these different generators.
Oh my God. Oh my God. So it's like the real world version of like the algorithm that like it heard you say generator, and so now all of a sudden you're
Isn't
getting
that
ads for
funny?
generators. Oh shit. Oh my God.
And then the other thing that I did was...
Does she hate generators as much as she hates caliche?
Oh my God. I think so.
That white caliche rock?
Oh, the caliche. Oh my God, the caliche. But, and the other thing...
People who don't live here have no idea. It's like this white rock people put on their driveways. Like gravel. But it's
and it makes like a powder.
It's a chalky kind of white rock that's very common on driveways out here.
But yeah, Trisha would...
But she has like a violent reaction to caliche.
And I remember telling our mutual friend, Margarita, about, Trisha mentioning caliche a lot. And she was like, I've never thought about it before, but you know what? You're right. She mentions caliche all the time, doesn't she? And that's really weird. And now we text each other. I was talking to Trisha today and she mentioned caliche. But my other fun revenge story that's really brief is that I was feuding. Remember I had that old lady that was living across the yard from me in San Antonio?
Yeah.
And all the feuding.
Oh my God.
And she was all bent out of shape because I do my coven rituals and stuff in the yard next to her house.
Right.
Even though it was technically my part of the yard because she had her front part of the yard.
Right, because she had more yard than you had, yeah.
But, she was always bent out of shape about something, just because she was bent out of shape and she was a pain in the ass, right? And there was this big thing about, she got mad because how dare I park my car in the carport?
Right.
Because that means that I had 2 places in the carport rather than 1. Because remember, the first one was like the washer and dryer on the table. I couldn't get my car there.
Right, because
it's always been the washer and dryer for my house. It had nothing to do with an extra space. It was just...
Yeah, that's not a car place. That's...
So anyway, but in the midst of her being a bitch about all this stuff, because God, it was... we can't get into that, but God, she was a crazy fucking bitch. But oh my God. So anyway, she was complaining because, well, I just can't park here anymore because my car is newer than his. And there's birds pooping on my car. So I was like, fine, park in the carport. It doesn't matter, I didn't care.
Right.
It's like, it was so fucking stupid, who the fuck cares? But what I did is I went to Walmart and I bought bird feeders and I hung them in the rafters right above her car.
Oh, God! Oh, no! Oh, my God.
And she never said a fucking word about that.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God, I had no idea you ever did that. That's so funny.
And I know it's terrible, but it's so hilarious, you gotta admit.
But, like, that carport literally attached to your house. That carport did not belong to her rental property. Like, it did not belong to her.
Oh, I know, but she was bent out of shape because I had stuff going on.
She knowingly signed a lease to rent a house that did not have covered parking. So what the fuck is she, like, acting like that belonged to her in the first place?
Because she had her own little driveway, remember?
Right, she had her own personal driveway. It just wasn't covered, and she was just being an asshole about it.
Yeah, so anyway, so I hung bird feeders above her car under the carport.
Oh my God. I love that so much.
And she didn't say a damn thing.
Oh my God.
But you know she noticed it, you know.
Well, yeah, that's a lot of crap on her car.
But that was such a passive-aggressive move on my part.
Yes.
It's one of my proudest moments.
That's amazing. Oh my God! Well, since you did your bitchin' already, I guess I can do my bitchin' now.
Absolutely.
And mine, the thing that's bitchin' for me right now, and I'll go ahead and say, I'm going to say what day it is. So today is the 15th? Yes, April 15th is the day we're recording. So, and that's important because a couple days ago, the trailer for The Marvels movie dropped. And that is the new, that will be the new MCU movie. And I am so damn excited about The Marvels. And I know that, Pitney, you are way behind on everything MCU. And so I don't remember, did you see Captain Marvel before you stopped seeing all the MCU stuff?
Oh, I did see that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know...
And I loved it, yeah.
Yeah, I love Captain Marvel. And because I know you would have at least seen her in Avengers Endgame, because she showed up.
Oh, yeah, and I didn't stop because I don't like it. I just stopped because Well, because there were, like, a lot of MCU stuff switched to being TV shows, and you just didn't have Disney Plus, so you kind of you missed out on a lot of shit. And one of the things that you missed out on was the Ms. Marvel TV series, which is fucking amazing. And so basically the Marvels is Captain Marvel, Ms. Marvel, which is Kamala Khan, is one of the most amazing characters I think Marvel would have ever come up with. And I was kind of amazed that they even would have come up with something like this. And I think when I tell you who Ms. Marvel is, who Kamala is, you're going to love this. So she is a Pakistani teenage girl living in, I guess, New York, because everybody lives in New York somewhere. And
she is sort of, because of course, in that universe, you know, all the Avengers and everybody, that's all real. So she is like total.
Yeah. I always forget that.
Yes. So she is like total fangirl of Captain Marvel. Like, she totally worships Captain Marvel. And she's like teenage girl drawing pictures of Captain Marvel, has pictures of Captain Marvel up in her bedroom. Nerdy ass, adorable, you know, Pakistani girl. And she ends up, through, hard to explain without telling the entire story of the entire TV series, she ends up with some really kick-ass powers. And so she's got some superpowers of her own. So she ends up, I don't remember if she ends up calling herself Ms. Marvel. There's a whole series of what she gonna call herself, and it's all kinds of stupid crap. And then there's a character, Monica Rambeau, who is, remember Captain Marvel's girlfriend? Carol Danvers, like when she was in the Air Force, and her buddy in the Air Force who had the daughter, the black woman who had the little girl in Captain Marvel.
It's been so long since I've seen that, I don't remember that.
Okay. But so Carol Danvers, who's the one who's Captain Marvel, her buddy in the Air Force, who was totally her girlfriend, was Maria Rambeau, and she had a little girl who was Monica, and in the WandaVision TV series, we meet up with grown-up Monica Rambeau. And Monica Rambeau, through some shit that went down during WandaVision, now she's got some powers and shit going on, because she got, you know, people get zapped with shit, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And, you know, everybody ends up getting zapped with some crap, and then they have magic powers. So the Marvels is through some, you know, the trailer only sort of barely explains what the hell's happening, but I cannot wait for this movie because it looks fucking hilarious. And it's kind of like these three characters are now sort of thrown together, and Nick Fury is involved, and all these other characters from various things are involved, and it looks like they're sort of exchanging their powers back and forth, and it looks like a complete wackadoo story, and it looks hilariously funny, and it looks, one of the best things about the girl who plays Kamala Khan, the one who does Ms. Marvel, what is her name? I'm gonna look it up again. Iman Vellani. She had never acted before. She was just someone who just sort of gave it a shot. She sort of made her own little home movies and
now
stuff.
That you say that, I actually heard an interview with her on NPR the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And is she adorable? She's
I heard an interview with her on NPR the other day. Yeah.
We went.
Having not seen the show, I understood what they were talking about. But
she made like an impact on you because she's so charming and so funny. And so she's amazing. I'm like, that show, it's like, my husband and I both like immediately were like crazy about her. I mean, she's...
So that's your thing. Is it the show or is it her that's your thing?
It's both. I mean...
Yeah.
If she hadn't been so, like, magnetic, I don't know if the show would have grabbed us as hard as it did. But it is kind of shocking when a really young actor grabs you like that, because it's like a lot of times like a teenager, they're either trying too hard, you know, I mean, like child actors and stuff are usually...
Well, you remember what a little prick Will Wheaton was on Next Generation. He's grown up to be really cool, but yeah.
Well, he also was an incredibly miserable child.
Yeah.
I mean, the reason why his acting was so good in Stand By Me was because he was basically playing out his own life. Like he was
but
chosen to play a miserable kid because he was totally a miserable kid.
Yeah.
And crying was very easy for him because he cried all the time. Because
I mean, I adore him now. I think he's wonderful,
Yeah.
you know.
But he hated his life a lot and did not want to be an actor because his parents were forcing him to be an actor. You know, I mean, I love him. But anyway, the part of the reason why I'm so excited about the Marvels is the additional thrill of all the neckbeard incel fanboys who are so angry and upset and immediately ran to YouTube to click the down thumb and to go onto any forum that would have them and say, oh, it's gonna be stupid. You know, and Marvel doesn't understand their fan base and this is gonna be ruined. Because these are the same people who... I mean, it's like, if you have a legitimate reason to not like the Captain Marvel movie...
Is it because it's women? Is it because it's Muslim? Is it because, like, what is their reason for the gripe?
They think that they never have a good argument. They only just say, it's because it's stupid. It's stupid and it's not, these aren't good characters and nobody wants this and nobody likes Captain Marvel and you should make everything should be Captain America because that's all anybody wants. And and it's like, oh God. And it's all because it all started when during the time when like Brie Larson was starting to do press and stuff for Captain Marvel. In an interview, she made a casual remark about how, but because, you know, most movie critics are like white men. And she just sort of casually made a comment that, God, it would be really nice if there was some more diversity in, like, the movie critic world. As if that is a statement that is wrong. But my God, there are people out there who are like, oh, well, you know, Captain Marvel, I guess it could have been good, but they cast someone who can't act. Really? Because she has that's a woman who has a Best Actress Oscar. I mean...
They just don't like her because she's a woman.
Because she's a woman and they don't think she's hot enough and she challenges them, you know, she doesn't jiggle enough or whatever.
You know, they just need to go like jack off on their fedoras and shut the fuck up.
Oh my God, they're fucking...
You know.
go fail to shave your neck beard. Go, flick Dorito crumbs out of your neck hair.
I guess it's not, you know, the fedora fan for that crowd. That's a thing of the past.
Oh, they're still there.
But I think all those assholes now, they have a top hat with goggles.
Yeah, you know. There's still some fedoras out there.
So fucking lame. I hate that.
There's still a lot of fedoras out there.
I think that a lot of those fans are now the top hat with goggles group. The standard con outfit is just, you know. Oh God.
You don't see the safari vest covered in buttons like you used to. You don't see
you do not.
With
oh my God, that was a thing.
That was such a look.
Was a thing.
It was such a look.
And the scary thing is, I strived for that look.
Oh, I know. We bought as many buttons as we could get because we really wanted to be cool like that.
I strived for that look. Oh my God. Oh, alas.
But you know, the joy of in being excited about a movie that genuinely looks great, and I'm so excited about it, combined with knowing that stupid dudes are all hurty in their feelings right now. Their
Oh,
their
that's
little
fabulous.
their little fifis are hurt and they're
Yeah.
upset. It's like go watch the Snyder cut of whatever fucking Superman movie that was, or whatever,
Oh,
Justice
yeah, I know.
League,
I mean,
or
yeah, fuck
whatever
yeah,
the fuck
yeah.
you people like. I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm never go watch Joker some more or something. It's like, bleh.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
You fucking
Anyway.
neckbeard losers. Bleh. Anyway, yeah, me and my awesome hot chicks with superpowers are gonna have a lot of fun in, like, when is it, November or whenever, when it comes out.
See, that's awesome.
I'm so
That's
excited.
fabulous.
So
Good.
excited.
Good.
It's like, woo! Yeah.
Yeah, so now I'm very excited. I already have plans to go out with Sarah and Sylvia to watch Guardians of the Galaxy 3 in the theater.
Good.
In a couple weeks.
I'm
so
so
very
excited.
excited.
Have you watched Thor: Love and Thunder yet?
Yes.
Good! Finally!
Yes.
Finally!
And I actually really love it.
It's so good, isn't it?
It's so fucking good.
Oh my
it's
God.
so fucking good, yes.
Oh my god. It makes me so happy.
I really, really, really loved it, yes.
It's so cute. And you know the kid at the little kid at the end?
Oh yeah, that's
That's
his
his
daughter.
kid!
In real life, yes. I think that's so awesome.
Cute. So cute. It totally, it's like, oh, now it all makes sense. How adorable. How fucking adorable that kid was. It's like, well, that
But
makes
yeah,
sense.
oh no, yeah, no, I loved it. So very exciting.
Precious. Yes.
So anyway.
Hooray. Woo, MCU.
Thanks for listening. If you enjoy our show, please take a moment to rate and review us wherever you listen.
If you send us a screenshot of your review, we'll send you a Bitchen Boutique sticker.
Everyone loves stickers. Please subscribe or add us to your favorites wherever you get your podcasts.
Subscribers get new episodes first and are also more attractive.
Drop us a line anytime at PitneyAndAmelia@gmail.com.
We'd love to hear from you.
But I had forgotten, honestly, until we were having this conversation, I totally forgot about the thing with the generator flyers. Because it's so fucking funny. And I would never tell her in a million years that I did that.
Oh my god.
And then me and Angie, our big fan Angie, I know we've talked about, we had this really homophobic asshole manager for a little bit, and that fucker hated me. He was just a homophobe fucking prick. So what I did is I got his email address and I signed him up for mailing lists for wigs.
Was it the Gabor wigs?
I don't remember. It was in the 90s. I don't remember, but I signed him up
There used to
on
be so many good wig
these
catalogs.
mailing lists for that he would get his stuff for wigs.
Fabulous. Oh my god.
But anyway,
Glorious.
that's my story.
Glorious. Oh my god.